Hello there and welcome to a two-part video. That's right, this video is paired up with another one releasing at the same time where I'm taking a look at the new clones on the Clone Trooper wall we have just hidden by the Christmas tree here. So be sure to check that out. I'll leave it on the end screen as well as in the video description just down below. But today we're going to be taking a look just at the back here at my minifigure wall display and at my minifigure display in general, because as you can see, my giant minifigure display that I built using alternate Lego bricks is no longer on the top of my unit just here and has been moved down 2 shelves with my empty cup of hot chocolate. But there is going to be a massive update to how I display my minifigures. In fact, it's going to be freeing up all of those bricks for potentially my Minecraft and Harry Potter displays, which is going to be a big help in building that rough terrain. First off, let's introduce the new minifigures I am bringing to the display and go over a few of the minifigures that I've added since my last update. First up, you might have seen I have finally added some Dooku's to my collection. Whilst the Shadow Troopers on the left and the Windows aren't new, the 2 Dooku's in the middle are, and I am planning on adding a third outfit based on the dark ritual that him and Palpatine use against Yoda in the Clone Wars. And in that same video, I also add a few Padmes to my display. We now have an accurate hairpiece for this Clone Wars outfit that I have 3D printed myself. We have probably one of the best custom minifigures on my entire display behind me. This Mustafar Travel Clothes Padme, which looks really cool with those dual molded legs. We definitely need dual molded legs on the next Padme minifigure we get. I also really like the Farm Boy Luke legs on the Geonosis Padme. I need one more head, which I'll probably end up taking from a future Marvel minifigure, which seems to be where I've got most of these head pieces. But I'm very happy that I've got another 3 Padmes again. Just need to keep an eye out for that head. I don't feel like using another Luke custom as we already have it over on the left. Perhaps I need a smaller hairpiece for that figure. And finally, from that video, before we get on to the real new additions, we have a sig fig for my fiance just on the left next to my sig fig with the updated head and hair. And I've also created 2 more Rebel friends based on the old Imperial style, which I find really, really cool. And they look great as a pack behind us on the display. Now, there are 3 big minifigures that I will be showing off. Members will get a bonus 2 that I am working on. Technically 4, as there are 2 designs for each of them. So definitely go over, check the Discord if you are a channel member. It's in the same style as my Moldy Makes series, where we've made the 3 Wednesday minifigures and the 3 Wicked minifigures. Again, really, really fun videos if you haven't checked them out. But first up, we have a 1313 Boba using the Empire Strikes Back Boba costume and a Death Watch helmet, which is meant to look a bit more like Jango Fett. We have a really cool blaster on the back built using a few different pieces, and I think this looks like what a 1313 Boba would. Again, there was some really good feedback on the short I posted a while ago, but I finally got the pieces to piece it together and add it to my minifigure display. Speaking of spare pieces, you might not be able to recognize who this minifigure is because it's somewhat a stylistic interpretation of them, but I had these pieces in my spare tub and looking at them I only thought of one character, and that was Kyle Katarn, who I briefly remember from playing a few games when I was a lot younger. And having googled the minifigure, or googled the character rather, I don't think this minifigure does represent them as well as you'd all probably like to see, but based on my very jagged memory of the character, I think this looks pretty good. And as I said, these were spare pieces that I had laying around, so it makes sense to make use of them. I really like how the little golden accessory is fitted to the face here. I probably would have preferred not to have that, but I think it still adds up to some of the characters' portrayals. And last but not least, we have the return of one of Jabba's henchmen. We have Spaghetti Rook. With the salvage coming out, I thought it only made sense to keep this minifigure as the minifigure. This torso I picked up pretty cheap for, I think initially I picked it up for a skiff version of Lando and thought it went a lot better with this minifigure. I love the colors and just the style of this, as well as the spare head that I've taken from, I do believe, the recent Pirate Snub fighter. Perhaps this one's actually from the Mandalorian AT-ST Raider. That looks to be a bit more Mandalorian than, well, I guess the Pirate Snub fighter is also a Mandalorian set. But these 3 minifigures will be added to my displays as well as the ones that are already there. And though these 3 minifigures will be on my display, they don't belong on the LED display. The LED display is for more named characters. We're looking at, as you saw, our Dooku's, our Windows, and though a few troopers have snuck on, they're mostly for Anakin, Kenobi, Padme, Luke, Leia, Lando, Han, Chewie, Rey, Finn, Poe, and I think you get the idea. So all the other characters go on this display just down here. A few weeks ago, you will have noticed it has been on the top of the display, but it originated, I believe, in this city landscape here before the city eventually got moved up to take its place. Now, that brick-built minifigure display is going to be taken down in possibly even as soon as the next couple of weeks. The reason being, I do need a lot of bricks for building up my Minecraft and Harry Potter displays. But what does that mean for the minifigures? Well, I have 3D printed some displays you saw with my Marvel minifigure update that I think look really, really cool and make a better use of the display. Rather than trying to bunch minifigures up side by side, shoulder to shoulder, it doesn't look too good, and it's just a common way people display minifigures. I want to mix it up, display them like they're standing in rows and almost line them up like dominoes at a slight angle, which does look really, really cool. But that means I'm going to have to take down my old display and also print some of these new ones, which is going to take a couple days if everything goes right. So chances are there won't be a major update with these minifigure displays complete until the new year. So it's going to take some time. I am asking for a lot of patience from you, but honestly, I think it's going to be so worth the wait. So for now, these minifigures will probably just be hanging around on certain shelves. You'll probably even catch them in the background of some of the future videos, but I promise I am going to be working on it. And like I say, as soon as the new year rolls around, I will have an update and will be able to show off my brand new minifigure display and potentially even a brand new studio, because with the minifigures down there, it clears up so much more room for mock building, which I aim to continue with in 2025. It's scary that 2025 is fast approaching, but it's almost here, and that means you'll almost be able to see my new minifigure update. I hope you're as excited as I am. If you are, drop a like on this video and subscribe so you don't miss out when the new minifigure update arrives, as well as all the other customs throughout, even though I won't be making many Star Wars ones because I first need the room to display them. There are still going to be some other ones, such as the Wednesday Wicked and other themes that I have hinted at in the latest video. But don't forget to check out the clone update as well to the wall. I have big plans for that, and it was too much to go over in the same video. So I hope you enjoy. I hope you're excited. Check out the clone video on screen now. If you're from the clone video, let me know down in the comments. It will be interesting to see which order YouTube puts these videos out, and may the bricks be with you always.